Outsider readings. First is Ralph Macchio as Johnny.
Vincent Spano, Juan Derry.
Cut, right away.
Helen Slater, 5 feet 8 inches, 18 years old.
Kate Capshaw.
Sound 9.
I'm 5'7" and a hint.
My name's Adam Baldwin.
What's your age range?
Oh, that's a great question.
I'm 19, 20 in February.
I'd say 21 to 30. What do you think?
I went to film school at UCLA a long time ago. After coming out of the Army, where I was drafted and was in the Army for 2 years, my first job was in the mailroom at MCA. It was the first place I could get my foot in the door in the business. In casting, I had total confidence in my eye and my judgment and taste. The first kind of breakthrough movie in casting for me was a movie called Petulia, directed by Richard Lester. And the movie got a great reputation for its cast and casting. Work just flowed to me after that. I've known Francis since the beginning of the pre-production and casting of The Godfather. He would just call me up out of the blue and schmooze about actors.
We worked in a very give-and-take way, either free to make suggestions.
Francis got this job. He says, hey, I'm doing this movie, kind of a big-time movie. You want to cast it with me and for me? And I said, sure, of course. And he says, well, get on over here and let's start. American Graffiti came shortly after The Godfather. That was another great experience in casting. The Outsiders came maybe 10 years after American Graffiti. They were kind of similar missions to put together a group of young actors. I always like to think that my actors that I put in a movie are going to become stars and be heard of again. Francis was always trying to change the usual methods of casting and doing things in the movies.
Francis being Francis, he never plays by anybody's rules.
Well, I've always experimented with how you do casting. Oh, let's have music.
The traditional way of testing actors is you have kind of a room and the actors wait in an outer office, get nervous as can be. There's a lot of tension, and you don't know if you get the best out of kids, particularly.
I'm sorry, I don't know how to... It's okay.
Nature's first green is gold, her hardest hue to hold. Her early leaf's a flower, but only so an hour.
So kind of play it, let's try it again from the top and try to play it that the guys know.
So Francis decided to bring all the testing actors in at the same time and have like an all-day testing thing.
We stomped those socials good.
In a soundstage.
Anytime here. Yeah, begin.
It was sort of the film that everybody wanted to be cast in.
We walked into the studio, and every actor under the age of 35, I mean everyone, was lined up on the floor, sitting against the wall, and Francis was running the auditions, and I'll never forget it. He had one of the first tape cameras that anybody had ever seen, and he was playing opera.
The audition process, which is sort of infamous, or famous now, how it was done, all actors were brought into a soundstage.
Take your feet off my chair and shut your trap.
And every actor was grouped in different groups, playing different parts, watching the other actors do their takes. Francis was sort of orchestrating, or he had people helping him put groups together, and you ran scenes.
I know you two, don't I? Y'all hang around rodeos.
When they weren't actually being shot, they were sitting just off stage watching the others. Now, no actor had ever been through that kind of experience.
Here, they just invited everybody into this big room, and we all sat and basically waited, and Francis would just point and call out names and say, now you're playing this role.
Don't slam the door.
So it became like Gladiator. And Francis would go, all right, I want Mickey Rourke and Val Kilmer and Rob Lowe. And then he'd go, okay, Rob, you go sit down, and all right, now I want Tom Cruise and Dennis Quaid and Scott Baio. and it was a complete free-for-all.
And begin.
Take it easy. I got plenty of money here.
To this day, I think auditioning for The Outsiders was probably one of the most grueling processes that I've been through as an actor.
I'm sorry, this isn't working. I don't know why.
I've never heard of an audition process since that was like The Outsiders.
Kill him with switchblades too, don't you, Pony Boy?
Every actor got to try for 2 or 3 different parts and got to try it as many times as he wanted, and they all kind of became friends, and they got into the spirit of it. It became kind of a fun day and a fun thing.
Now listen up. Listen up real good, because I'm only going to say this once.
You're gonna hop the 315 freight to Windrixville.
Hop the 315 freight to Windrixville.
You hop the 315 freight to Windrixville.
Okay, what you gotta do is hop the 315 train to Windrixville.
I save all my notes and casting lists from every movie I've ever done. So this dog-eared piece of paper goes back to February, March 1982. And I can look up on January 13th, 1982, I interviewed Rob Lowe. My notes say, excellent reading, very attractive, very winning, very preppy, 18 years old, very good looking.
Jesus, you guys can't watch.
He was incredibly pretty. Pretty is even a better word than handsome for Rob. And he grew in the character and through the rehearsal process that Francis put everybody through. He nailed it beautifully.
Can you tell me your name?
Matt Jones.
Okay. And how old are you, Matt?
17. I guess I'll read Dallas, I guess.
Okay.
I think Francis